Okay, so let's get back to programming. So now we have this error when running our program, fetch error, request to HTTPS, gas price, a rapid API, add client request, client request emit, add emit error event, TLS socket error listener. Okay, so is it the same that is written in the console? Wait. Yeah, something fetch. Yeah, I think we have the same error. Um, no. Okay. Now when I get to the now I get this error. At this URL. This URL. Okay. You're very close now, Sebastian. The error you're seeing tells me exactly what's going on. Let's break it down cleanly so you can fix it fast. What the error actually means, this part of the stack trace node modules node fetch source index.js TLS socket error listener. Your server tried to make an HTTPS request to Rapid API, but the URL was invalid. The connection failed before any JSON came back. That's why nothing appears on the terminal except the crash. And your test URL reveals the root cause. Root cause Texas is not a valid state code. What the fuck? So they recommend when I type in, yeah, but this is okay, this cannot be let's say I type in TX. Yeah, but when I type in this converted to Texas. This is invalid, so Rapid API rejects the TLS. Handshake node throws socket error. That's exactly the error you're seeing. No, this is not true. I get this error at this URL. What the fuck? Nice, this error finally gives us the exact bug. Now we have HTTPS doubled. Okay. So we can delete this. And then we can do it again. Okay, now we have a different error. Mm. Okay, now we have a different error. It's the URL. Yeah, but with TX, this is really annoying, so we need to fix that as well. Okay, your server is still calling the wrong URL. Specifically, it's calling the invalid path US state code US gas prices. The path does not exist in the collect API gas price API. This means one of your functions still contains an old incorrect URL. Let's fix this cleanly and permanently. Okay, then we need to look at okay, here this is I think the problem. Yeah, but this means you get gas price function still get gas prices. Okay, so let's try that one. Go to localhost. Then we type in Texas. Start searching. Okay. Um, Now we get at um, yeah, but this is not a problem that it prints undefined fuel type, but this is not a problem. How to fix it? Choose one. Remove the fuel line completely. Yeah, but this is not my problem. Replace it with something minimal. Yeah, but no. But how can we now get the actual prices and locations of the gas stations? You're asking the right question, Sebastian. Oh, this will be my year. Now that your API call works, the next step is to extract the real station name, prices, and locations from the collect API response. What collect API response? Does it? Okay, yeah, but we will somehow figure this out too. Returns a JSON like the collect API gas price endpoint will return a JSON like success true result name address gasoline mid-grade premium diesel. So each station has name address gasoline mid-grade premium. This means you already have station name, station address, all fuel prices. You just need to display them. Upgrade your HTML rendering. Replace your current loop with okay, but I think I will have a problem with the error message that the gas price state is not existent. But yeah, let's just let AI figure out prices for each. Copy and do this. This will show name address. Final working history version complete. Okay, so the app version. Okay. App get and now we will see under the sea living in Octopus Garden Oklahoma data form for that state. What the fuck? Wait, we get we know good for this URL. And I think I need to tell him that this in the written in the command line. I think this is important. API response. And let's see. And in the terminal it says yeah, your server is still calling the wrong endpoint, but the correct endpoint is the presence of your state in your log means your Rapid API host is wrong. Okay. There's something too much in the thing. Then we hit that. Open. Nebraska. No gas prices. I have checked. I get this. No. After I've changed my .mv file. Probably have changed it wrong. Your server is still reading an old value of rapid host. I need to kill this, and I think what is also helpful if we close like half of these tabs, we also very not no, let's just change close down. I just sent you this. Okay, whatever, let's remove this. Okay, so I guess there is no, not whatever, no Windows API dot somewhere. Start the server again. Restart the terminal. Yeah, this might be good, I guess. And then we node server area, node server there. And I don't know, no many American cities, no gas price. Okay. Gas prices. Yeah, but it seems to still occur. Whatever. Server.js for the fetch. Before the fetch. Okay, then let's say new terminal. And we say node server.js. Okay. New York. But this is weird. Why is it restarting? Something is not right here. Anything in the console? No. But it just immediately restarted. Just restarts. Load multiple .env files with path. It restarts immediately. This behavior tells me your server's not crashing anymore. It's simply exiting because there's nothing left running. But it does contain the file at the bottom. This code is not the problem anymore. The problem is 100% your .env file because it log still shows you endpoint doesn't exist. Gas price. Even you think you changed it, your code prints lines. This line. but never showed me what it prints. I never showed me line will reveal the truth. Yeah, but the problem is, what I maybe think is that the names are different. No. The name's different. Well, that API. Hmm. Where's my fucking terminal at? Well, there I cannot show you because it is not really secure. And this is I have not given the full information. Yeah, maybe one problem is that capital letters. That's just reveal the smoking gun. The directory contains. Yeah, okay, case sensitive. But now it still exits. Texas. Or maybe I also need to change this in the package JSON. JS. Yeah, it's not really better. That's really weird. Maybe maybe I should spend like 8 weeks studying the manual so I can find out the next step. This behavior finally confirms the core issue. Your server starts prints. Server is running on and immediately exits with no error, no log catch. Your file is not the file you think it is. Uh, it does not contain your Express code anymore. If Express were actually running, Node would never exit. Express keeps the event loop open. Now I can see exactly what's happening. Don't worry, now he knows what's happening. It's not crashing, it's not exiting, it's not restarting. What's confusing is simply is when Node server is running normally, the terminal prompt still appears. You run it inside the PowerShell without keeping the process attached. This is Windows PowerShell behavior, not JS problem. Express is running, the event loop is active, the server is listening, Node is alive, your code is loaded. You're not hitting the search road. Oh, we have an error. We now have some error. Finally. And this URL will get this error. This is the breakthrough moment, guys. Listening, your server is running and it's running on process ID 33, whatever your server is alive, it is listening, it's not crashing. It's not coming from your back end. It's confirming your front end. Let's fix this clean UI you get for at because your server never logs anything when you hit that URL. When you hit that URL, you should see using host, gas price, but you see nothing. This means your browser is not reaching your express route. The request is not hitting search. Something else is serving the 404. There are only 3 possible causes and one of them is definitely happening. Cause 1, you're opening the wrong server file. But there are no cause 2, you're opening the HTML file directly, your static server is overriding. If a file name search exists in your file, this means if a file named search exists in your folder, or if a folder named search exists, Express will but we have no search file. Check out your folder. This is annoying because he actually knows what my folder has. Okay, so AI actually doesn't know what's wrong. Maybe it does not have uh, enough information. Maybe we need to give him Sebastian. It's the moment where everything finally clicks into place. Your server is running. It's not the back. Your static server's overwriting search. And now we give him whatever he wanted us to do. This is the first time we finally see the real behavior of your backend, and now the situation is completely clear. Oh my god, guys. Now we have the answer. Yeah, but this already the real problem is. Hey guys, I don't know if this makes any sense because I think my prompting gets worse. I'm starting to get a bit impatient now. I think we should continue another time. Let's run node server with a capital letter .js now. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh, still. Yeah, okay. So stay tuned for the next video. We will figure this out. Maybe I have to give more information to the AI. Maybe I have to finally read some fucking manuals. I hope not. And yeah, we'll see what will happen.